Join us every weekend, oh, the vibe's so fine. Saturday, sit down with Mr. Drayton. Shine!
Grab a friend.
Hey, you guys!
Makes me happy. Takes me back to my childhood. Good afternoon. I was about to say good morning, but I have tricked myself. And by so I've tuned in the afternoons. Happy Saturday afternoon in this rainy, dreary, oh so gray day in the planet of Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta is its own planet. Wish us luck. We need it. As I do each and every Saturday, I bring to you the Saturday Sit Down. Why? Because I'm sitting down while I do it. So why not call it the Saturday Sit Down? And I explore topics from yay yonder to yay yonder. Now, what I have not done in a while is politics and politics adjacent, but it's getting comedic. So I think I'm going to dip a toe this Saturday. And as I always do each and every Saturday, I drag Malcolm from the basement and I drag Swag from the annals of Tijuana. It was in the throwing machine. I know that was going to get a laugh. That's why. Slowly to make sure everything was fine. Nate James, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome. I like to say hello to people on YouTube, Facebook, my streaming buddies over here. Hello. So, right beside me, my partner in crime, he decided to wear red this morning because we are in astrological tuning. I ain't talking to that nigga since last week. Malcolm. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Not much. Enjoying the morning. I am tired, but I'm glad to be here. So,
thank you so
much. I'm glad to be tired because I've had trouble sleeping, but
so you want to, if you want to take a nap, hey, I get it.
Oh, no, I will.
Go to bed. Now, if you want to see a non-tired Malcolm, check him out on Wednesdays. He should have some rest by the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this very network on YouTube, www.youtube.com/MailMediaMind. And if you are a podcast person, please tune into his ever so entertaining podcast, The Bearcast, presented by M3, hosted by my man Malcolm Travers over there. And he is yet again Monday afternoons at 3 p.m. my partner in crime as he tickles the anals of my soul and sets me on fire as I eat tacos. So it's ASMR all in one. Delicious food being served around. It's a late lunch with us. That's what it is. Okay. Late lunch. We are out to ruin your dinner. So now, my favorite homie from the great state of Tijuana with a cat and a sewing machine. And I'm going to show you, tune in to Patreon, join in, www.patreon.com/MailMediaMind. I'm going to show you something amazing that I got from Tijuana that was made by the hands of Swag himself. Just amazing. I want to show it to you. I feel, I'm telling everyone it was an early birthday gift. I loved it. You cannot find it in the stores. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you how you can get one as well. So, hang around, tune into the end of the show. Now, you had to be under a rock this week if you did not hear this first story we're about to discuss. And if you were under a rock, let me enlighten you. Ladies and gentlemen, Catholics and kids, we have a new pope. The smoke has blown him away. We've got white smoke, we had the black smoke, and now we have the black pope. I love it. As being a lifelong Catholic myself, I've never thought, well, almost. Yeah, I'm sort of kind of. But anyway, I converted, yes. But as being, the last few decades, I've been a Catholic. I don't want somebody to research it and be like, you lie! Right. So we never thought it was possible to have an American pope. That was a big deal in itself. And then, Beyonce knows internet started doing what it does, and they dug into his gene pool. Okay, so watch these few clips, and then we're going to sit around and discuss as learned people. Let's go.
Crowd is chilling. We can report that in the last few seconds we have seen white smoke billowing out of the Sistine Chapel chimney. This is breaking news. We have a new pope. The Sistine Chapel chimney has signaled white smoke at 5 this evening. This means that 133 cardinals inside the Sistine Chapel have decided, have voted, and have elected the 267th Pope, the heir to St. Peter, a man who will lead 1.4 billion Catholics around the world.
Wow. Tell the swag, though. And the thing that I love, it's all Prada. All the robes, the shoes are Prada. My brother said it's like the
Nothing off the rack.
right. How dare you? My brother said it's the best episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
They bring it to you every ball.
They bring it to you every conclave, right? I found myself as a Black Catholic explaining to my Pentecostal and other friends what the Pope means. So y'all got to do what he say, sort of, but not really. He's kind of the spiritual leader. And I said, for Black folks, he's the bishop. You get it? So I just let y'all know where he falls in line. He's the big bishop. He's the boss man of because the priests, they can't get married. They can't work. I think they should let priests marry. I really do. I think that would solve some of the issues of all the horniness, because they horny. You can see they just be waved, they uptight, because yet again, it's still a sin to masturbate as well. What's up, Elliot? You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna get it out? And that's a natural function. You walk around with big ass balls. I mean, you go. I mean, Malcolm, right? Like there has to be a fix. Yeah. There has to be, because it's a function. They said, Shantae, you stay to the new Pope. Yeah, it was more like they was lip syncing and he won the final lip sync. I can imagine it was probably like Laura Branigan, Gloria, something like that. No, he was homeboys with the late Pope Francis. And just now his gene pool is of such that his family hails from New Orleans, and not just regular old back of the we yeehaw good old boys, Creole New Orleans. As we all know, Creole people are Black French people, and the other side of his gene pool hails from Haiti. So, and check this out. This breaks down the gene pool better than I ever could. We'll talk about this.
The Pope is Black. You can't convince me he's not. He's Black like Mary from Sinners is Black. They're passing. It's okay. Pope Leo's mother's parents are from a black community in New Orleans in the 7th Ward. Pope Leo's grandfather is from Haiti and he identified as mulatto, but was also called black. His grandmother is New Orleans Creole. By your one-drop rule, he's black. When they came to America, they switched races. This is from Nicole Hannah-Jones. The Pope's paternal grandfather is from Haiti. His family switched racial identities when they moved north. Nicole Hannah-Jones. I didn't give a whit about new Pope coverage, but the first American Pope being a man with black ancestry born in Chicago by way of New Orleans, by way of Haiti, named himself after the Pope who condemned slavery in the Trump era. Oh, baby, I am here for it. Hells yeah. The Pope is black, yo.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
New
Point.
Pope, who this?
Who this? Touch is. My point is made. Listen, according to white people, now we just say he's passing his black ancestry. You can identify in the black community. We are good with this, Malcolm. Please identify, because we come in all shades, all ancestries. We don't. That's not our rule. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got some black in you, we congratulate you. Hope you got the rhythm part of it. You know, that's what we hope.
And don't put raisins in the potato salad.
Don't put raisins in my goddamn potato salad. Does somebody do that for real? Do some people? I mean,
People really do that. Apparently, I've never seen it. But.
Yikes!
Now let me tell you something. I'll tell you who make a mean potato salad on this panel.
It's definitely not me. I don't fuck with potato salad at
He
all.
gave up the ghost already. He didn't even hold on, Elliot. He just gave up. It's not you, Michael.
No, it's not me.
Not you. No, that shit was good. No shit. Now, the only thing you should use, did we use Dukes or did we use Hellman? Mayo.
Dukes.
I keep telling people you gotta get the salad dressing from the Dukes, not the mayonnaise. You gotta get the salad dressing to go in the potato salad. And I'm gonna give out my mama's secret because it ain't good for you, but it's great. If you want shit to taste good, use a pinch of accent. I know it's MSG, but it gives that it gives the flavor on the back. Just don't use salt. You know, you can just use a pinch of accent, use a taint of Larry's, and some pepper, celery seeds. But anyway, I digress. So he made a really good potato salad. So, but we don't look at race in those terms as black people. You know, if you identify as black, Mary in Sinners made it very clear that she wanted to identify as black. You know what I mean? She like, you stuck your tongue in my coos, and you know, that was a very black woman.
Oh god.
I need to get that clip and just kind of watch it.
Yeah, that was pretty
It's
good.
like the girl clip from Cream. And I'm so glad to have Cream back on the weekly rewind this week, coming up later. In the show.
Yes,
Welcome.
he has been missed.
Yes, welcome back, Dr. Diggler. But you know, and you can identify, and so we don't know how Pope Leo identifies racially. I mean, I would imagine. Let me tell you something. If you had the privilege of I mean, it's up to you. I don't think he doesn't check a racial box. I mean, because they would have said that by now. So I don't think he identifies. Some people don't identify. But let me tell you, as a person of Afro-Cuban heritage, I am often made to pick. Am I Cuban enough? Am I Latino? Am I black? I am black. I am black.
I know, like one thing about him, like as a person, he's very cultured, right? Like,
It's very cool.
you know, he's where does he reside from? I forget.
A South American country.
South America. I can't remember. Chile. I think it's Chile.
No, it's not. It's something,
Okay.
It's something with a P. It'll come to me.
I think it's Peru.
Peru.
Peru, okay.
Peru.
I was gonna come
It
to
was
me.
one of those, yeah. But yeah, like, and just it's funny how, like, yeah, speaks like 6 languages or something pretty fluently. But one of the things I thought was so funny was somebody caught up with his brother.
Yeah, his brother's a hater.
His brother's just like a homeboy, I guess. He's just a regular dude.
Now, if you told me that his brother identifies black, he is, because he went all into. Did you hear the story about people down the street say he was going to be the first American pope? And that interview just killed me, because apparently by the time he got to CNN, it was his 10th one of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What did you see, Malcolm?
Well, I mean, they kind of just saw an interview where they were just talking about Conclave. I thought that was hilarious. Where he said he hadn't seen Conclave yet, or it says, you need to go see that so you know how to act all popish. This is hilarious. So you can act popish.
Who said that?
His brother.
Act popish. They black. My brother would have became the bone saying some shit like that. Black. I hope he finds black people. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And so,
That's
and then,
funny.
ladies and gentlemen, they do not hail from regular Chicago. They hail from the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
So that is hint number 5.
That's a good point. Yeah. There aren't that many white people on the south side. This is true.
Let me tell you, Malcolm, I don't think they identify as white. I think they identify as multiracial. If you grew up on the south side of Chicago and their church was black, black Catholic church, this is a super troll. This is the part where I decided to dip my toe, and normally I totally ignore what's going on in the zeitgeist of the world, but this made me feel good. This was a get back. It allegedly, the Trump regime, allegedly, it's all alleged. I do not have proof. Well, Beyonce knows, as the internet says, that the Trump regime tried to donate large sums of money to the Catholic Church to sway the vote of the Cardinals. What's up, Buck Nasty? But the Cardinals say we vote for Jesus. We vote for the Lord, not for man.
Right.
And so, and we're going to get into another story in a few minutes. Something that came from the Trump administration that brought me joy this week. And so I don't get joy, Malcolm, when we talk about right often on Mondays. Join us Mondays at 3 p.m. on this very network. Male Media Mind 2 on YouTube. Male Media Mind, just period, on all of the socials. If you can tune in and hear us on Instagram, Facebook. You can comment. You can comment here on Instagram. All those good things. Yeah. So somebody here, my man Colin says, the South Side of Chicago, it's a wrap. He's black.
I know when I heard that, it didn't click for me at first until you said that. But yeah, there many white folks on the south side.
They're not.
They are acting black as fuck.
They are wiggers, definitely. I'm gonna tell you, one person that's from the South Side of Chicago, Michelle Obama, is from the South Side of Chicago. Her and brother Craig and them are from Chicago, from the South Side of Chicago. And it's it's like being from College Park in Atlanta. You says, hey, I live over nearby, around down the street, over the woods from College Park. You black. Go ahead and put this comment back up so I can read it for everyone. Dr. Calvin Collins, number 2, says, I bet he had a cookout with his people to celebrate his election as Pope. I can just see him doing a line dance to Frankie Beverly. Doom, 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 doom. Whoa. Did he call Beyonce?
Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Was it boots? Is it boots on the ground? I still don't know the name of this dance. I see
Boots on the ground. Yeah.
And you know what? let me do a little segue. Speaking of boots on the ground, I saw this video. So what's his name? Sean T did this very sexy dance to boots on the ground.
Mm.
In his yard, he had a pink hat on, a pink belt. And I was like, come on now. I started to break out the lotion, but I was like, okay, no. I joke, my kid. Listen, so this woman stitched the video. I'm learning. You hear that? I said stitch. Now I know what stitching is. I feel a part of the zeitgeist. She stitched the video with this woman. She was hating. Damn shame, all that man. He just want to be a woman. No, he likes the white man that he's with. He does not want to be a woman. It's probably a top because he was a white man. So, dear black woman, and I'm going to do a whole segment on this or something like that. This has kind of been creeping through threads of all the shows that we've been doing. I just want to sit down and talk to y'all. I'm going to have my favorite black woman on here. Well, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to her because she alarmed me with some questions that she had. And then my sister further antagonized me this week. I don't need a good talking to. So tune in probably next week after. I'm going to talk to y'all. And I'm going to invite all of y'all here and we're going to have a sit down. Not every man is gay. Not every man is sus. Not every man wants. And stay out his face with that bullshit. If you want to keep your man, stay out. And if you want to, stop. If you think your man is DL, look, that's between you and your man. And I'm trying to tell you, keep on going, listen to Keisha and them with that bullshit. They ain't got no man, but you're going to listen to them. But tune in further in future shows. We're going to talk about that because I need to talk to y'all. Okay. They do, Malcolm. They got too much going on. They do. Everybody's sus. She sit down. This man is dancing in his yard in his multi-million-dollar home. I don't even think she realized it was Sean T. So all that hate. And so I commented. I said, look at your face. That's how Trump became president. Patriarch. And she responded. She says, but I said that look of hate and disgust. You know what I'm saying? I hope your child is a homosexual. I pray that.
I don't know.
Because you need, and she's, why? I said, because you need light, color, and love in your life. I pray that your son is the last and biggest homosexual on earth. I pray he do hair, makeup, nails, toes, all that. I hope he's a dancer.
I mean, they always say that everything, don't do that in front of my kid. He'd be gay. So maybe you should just kiss somebody in front of a kid and be like, now your kid gonna be gay.
I pray he's on RuPaul's Drag Race season 2. All that. I donate. I hope he's an AIDS and HIV advocate. Calvin Collins too says, I swear I had a big crush on Sean T back in the day. I stayed up late just to see fitness infomercials. Oh, I mean, he is fine. He is, and
he has bulked up. I don't know what he's doing, but he has bulked up, and now he's like kind of twice the size he used to be. And I mean,
And I'm gonna tell you, the shit that you sell works. You know what I mean? Testimony to that shit. You know what I mean? The shit worked. You know what I mean? Whatever that shit is. Whatever that shit is. But I all of these things, and so the thing that I love the most, the first thing that the Pope said was, everybody is welcomed to the church. Not some, we're not this people and that. And somebody says, well, why they ain't pick an African Pope? Because he's too conservative. We don't want to go back. Most of the African cardinals don't believe in gay people. They think it's some and we're not. I mean, even as society changes, so has to go to church, because you have to you have to show people the light of Christ. So I hand off to, and just for those who don't know, again, Pope Leo was the Pope that denounced slavery and started embracing. So I tell people all the time, gay was not a thing. Homosexuality and gay. We talked about this Wednesday night, maybe, that until the late 40s, it was a mental condition that then some politician found out he can run on it, and then it went from there. So I challenge you, like, even as people on the Tibequa family and people of color, I challenge you to learn things about other things that we don't know. And I think that's the thing. Congratulations, Pope Leo the 14th.
I have a question.
Yes.
As somebody who's not familiar with the whole process, so the new pope gets to choose his name, and
He does.
So what's the reasoning behind them picking another name?
So do we have a thing with his actual? We said that in the clip.
Yeah.
His name is Robert. Yeah. Pope Leo the 14th. His actual name. You want to go ahead and hit the bullet points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's 69 years old. He was born in Chicago, making him the first elected American elected to the papacy. Go ahead. Provost, which is his given name at birth. Provost is considered an overall centrist in his ideologies. However, he's more progressive when it comes to social issues and champions the poor and migrants. Provost also criticized comments by Vice President J.D. Vance about the Christian concept of Ordo, anonymous. That means feeding the poor, doing right by fellow. Yeah, so he's really different about that via social media. And the headline, J.D. Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others. That's amazing. So the reason why the Pope gets to pick his name, so that started, I don't know, let's say in the early 19th century. I want to say, God, my teacher's going to kill me if I don't know this correctly. Because you have to go to class to convert. I went to school right here to convert to Catholicism. So they pick another name because they pick a pope that they like because they want to follow a tradition. So you can keep your name if you like, but he wanted to shed the skin of the world and get into a Jesus like thing. So up until the 17th or the 21st Pope, I believe, they kept their names, but they want to shed and become a new. That's why they pick a new. They pick
okay,
and they generally you can pick any name, so they generally pick names of popes they want to follow. Their doctrine.
got it.
Usually
Okay,
a clue.
mm-hmm.
It's usually a clue of how they're going to run the Vatican. The most popular name is John Paul.
Right.
We've had 32? It was a lot. It's a lot of John Pauls. Right. Leo is not that popular. We haven't had a Leo since the 1800s. So, and that's why they pick it. It's like a new baptismal. You have to kind of shed the world. And just to enlighten you, the Pope only lives in a one-bedroom apartment that's scarcely furnished. He doesn't have. I don't know if he has an iPhone yet or not. I don't know. Text the Pope, you think. I don't know, but the sorry, John, but the Vatican does use Apple products. Just to let you know, and they wear products. Colin says everybody needs a stage name, so that's the correct name.
That's funny.
But yeah, so, it's it's one of those things that you don't have to, but Robert Provost is the name, is his given name, and you can resign. And just to answer another question I got online, you can resign as a pope as well. You can step down, but go to death, and he's fairly young for a pope.
Yeah,
so we'll probably have him for the rest of our natural lives because he'll probably live until his 80s. Nate James, popes often change their names upon elected, signifying the beginning. Right, I just said that. Their version of their pontificacy. Tradition is rooted in the belief becoming the pope is a second birth. Yep, shedding the skin and becoming a new. That's what it usually is. It's like a new baptismal into the faith. And I don't know. I would be scared. I'd be like, damn, bitch, I'm the pope. Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit much. It is.
Yeah, can you imagine that the first day you wake up, bitch, I'm the Pope? What? You know, it's just so crazy. Shout out to Cardinal Gregory, who used to be our cardinal here, here in Atlanta. He was a voting cardinal in the with the other who voted for Pope. He's a black man. Cardinal Gregory, shout out, sweet Cardinal Gregory, nice man, nice man. Now, as I told you in that story, that it is alleged that the Trump people said, "Hey, let us donate some money to the church," and they said no. So, what other things they're doing now? Do we all know who Linda McMahon is?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
she's the one, education secretary. I think the funniest thing that she did so far was when she was giving a speech about education. Something in her speech was talking about teaching kids AI, and she kept referring it to A1. Like she did multiple times. Like maybe it was a typo on the script, but you know that they're talking about AI and A1 sauce.
A1.
What was so funny is the brand A1 actually trolled her about it. It says, we're here for the kids.
Is that what they said? I love it.
That's funny.
The comedy continues from her.
Oh god.
We will continue laughing at her. I'm gonna show you something. You remember when your school swag and your teacher gave you back that faithful paper that you didn't take your time to write? All kind of red marks on it, and you just and there was so many red marks. The bitch ain't putting no grade at the top. She said, "Come see me."
Let's discuss after class.
Yeah, and the note on it, like, "What time does your mom get off work?" Right, that one. So take a look at this.
Okay, well that's who that is. Yes.
So we want to know. And so just in case for those who don't know, we do like to educate here on A3. She owns the WWE. She has no background. She wasn't a teacher. She wasn't a professor. She I don't even know if she went to college. I'm gonna be honest with you. But there she is, Linda McMahon, the head of the WWE, which she still runs her WWE. Just tell you. That's
Yeah.
bitch. And so she moonlights as the education secretary. Go ahead. So.
Oh, no.
Yes. So Linda McMahon had the unmitigated gall to send a scathing letter to one of our finest collegiate institutions of Harvard. And they were like, "Fuck off, Linda McMahon," and sent her back this. They corrected all her grammatical errors. And for those of you who can't see this,
well, I blew portions of it up. So
oh no!
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so petty. I love it.
They corrected her, and they are burning hot. She is burning hot. So they correct. It's red marks. For those who can't see it, guys, there are red marks all over this letter. They are correcting her left and right. The sentence, verb agreements. They are just right. Question marks of what you meant, misspellings, improper tenses are being used here. I love this. Go Harvard. And I went to a black institution for undergrad and a PWI for grad school. But so here, if you got back this many red marks, you get an F.
That's why I was hoping they would have the grade on it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like really they should. But
what does it say here at the
bottom? What's that?
What does it say here at the bottom? Swag, can we
different case of
integrity.
Yeah.
Right. So they're using the wrong tense and they don't have subject verb agreements. And there's so many things in just the English language. So yes, colors, the name Leo does even sound black.
That's a good point. Yeah, it is quite funny.
So, yes, it is Creole. Well, yeah, it's Creole and Haitian. We can't leave out the Haitian. But yeah, this and this brought me so much joy that I want that it made me dip a toe back in politics. These people are so inept. They are so. So I'm gonna tell you, when he first got elected, my worry was, oh God, he knows how to do this now. Like the aliens have learning the patterns so they can kill us better. So I'm like, fuck. But guess what? He has not. So
I think what I see now. Go ahead.
Oh no! So I'm gonna tell you what happens is the president loses cachet after the 100 days, and if he hasn't gotten it done in the first 100 days, it's an uphill battle. So this week, now remind you, they have all of the government. They have all the houses. They have the Supreme Court. They have all the things. But yet again, he's losing all things because where are these best? Yeah. So I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I got it. It went away. So he's picking the best people not. So also like this gigantic omnibus tax cut, his own party can't agree on it. So I tell you what, November of 26, I'm going to start making my plea. Y'all vote and register and vote. Midterms are more important. If you want to stop this thing, he ain't doing nothing but making it himself because he just doesn't know how to do it. So back to my original point is like, okay, so he might, and he's not smart enough. He did like 50 executive orders, and he was always talking about President Obama just wished it away with his pen. So join me on his birthday, June the 14th, and posting pictures of President Obama online. So we're going to flood the internet with wonderful, joyous memories of President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, excuse me. And we're going to do that on his birthday. And so this letter, yep, Kenny Robertson, how you doing, sir? Yep, the midterms are very important. Yes, they are, sir. They're very, very important. And we must take part in them. We can come off our hiatus, put our boots and our fans down, turn away from Beyonce. She'll be home by then. So, and boots on the ground. And all the memes that we're doing, and please go vote. Now, the interesting thing I thought about this, because does Linda McMahon realize the money that she's threatening to take away from Harvard, they can get from their donors? So they're like, bitch, fuck off. And even HBCUs are saying, we'll just close for the next 3 years or we go online. It makes no difference. Like, we get money from the government, but I just talked to my president of my local graduate chapter here of Norfolk State, and we're gonna start having fresh fries and cookouts, and we're gonna raise this money. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this money, and I'm saying, so if you get something from your HBCU to donate, please. Put it in the zeitgeist that you need to go out, and some of us don't have money, but plan a cookout, plan a fundraiser. There's Norfolk State, there's Virginia State, there is North Carolina Central, A&T, all those schools. They need you more than ever right now. Dear Linda McMahon, bitch, secretary. Well, you need to be fired as well, but whoever didn't proofread, like AI, A1, use A1 to proofread your stuff. And then now I want a steak. Damn, I know,
right? Megan is so good.
So
we,
bad, bro.
we need to check and make sure she doesn't have steak in like the Heinz company. Like, did she do that on purpose so that she could drive up the
Well,
stock price?
the Heinz company is very liberal. Just to let you know, Teresa Heinz Carey is married to.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She's married to John Kerry. John Kerry. Yes.
Teresa Heinz Carey.
Mhm.
She's a beautiful
about
Latina, and guess what, America? She's a beautiful Latino woman.
I'll tell you, like, what I think the only thing that Trump has done is he has basically shown that, you know, you can get away with corruption, because if you are winning elections, that's really all the Republicans care about.
Yeah.
And I'm just sad that, like, the Republicans aren't getting more blowback for just allowing him to steamroll over the checks and balances that exist. Because I mean, it's true, he's not accomplished, because he hasn't passed a single bill, as far as I know, that of any consequence.
Nothing.
And I don't think he is going to. But
Yeah. Well, what I've seen so far, now I have seen some of his constituents, you know, having like town halls and stuff, and the people are not happy. They are, like, I saw a town hall with what's his name, Donaldson, of Florida.
Yeah.
And those white people were not happy with him. They were going off and, you know, just yelling at him and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of hoping that we'll see more of that, because I think, you know, we keep seeing certain Trump supporters kind of slowly realizing, like, okay, he said this is what he was going to do.
You know what's
and,
right?
You know, we got the House, we got the Senate, you know, we got the judicial,
we got the president.
And I'm not seeing all this stuff he said it was going to do, and now all this stuff is costing more money, and
eggs are still high as fuck. Eggs still high.
Right. So it's like they're slowly kind of realizing, like, you know what? I think we got played. So
listen, America, my birthday.
That.
Listen, America, my birthday is coming up. A bitch wants some chicken, so I'm gonna raise me some chicken. So y'all want to donate to my chicken fund? I'm gonna put a coop outside. I'm just kidding.
Seriously though, my neighbors have chickens. That's funny though. They do.
Yeah, y'all go over there and get eggs.
That's just funny. I hear them going gluk, gluk, gluk all the time. They don't cluck. They go gluk, gluk, gluk. I just realize I hear them sometimes going gluk, gluk, gluk. They're like, oh my god.
Look, give it up.
Look.
You know that noise.
Yeah. Look.
No, they look. Yep. So don't worry not. I think we're. I just wanted to get past the first 100 days. So I do, and he just making us look stupid on the world stage. But white people gonna be white, so there's nothing we can do about that. And I love the fact that he spent an hour-long speech where he's supposed to be talking about world affairs, talking about former Vice President Harris being at the Met Gala. His nerves up, which led to that yummy exoskeleton. What's her name that oversees Vogue? America. Anna Wintour made an extensive video to say, yeah, we uninvited him on his last term. He has not been canceled. He's just been uninvited. And he will not be put back on the invite list even after his presidency is over.
Right.
They tried to offer us lots of money to invite at least the first lady. She is no one, and I wrote it down, and she is no one's icon. She is complicit in his Hitler-like ways. We do not honor things of such that nature to forsake this night of fashion and blackness will be a slap in the face to black people. So never come back. You are never invited. Anyone with your last name, hold on one second. Anyone with your last name is never invited. And that she trolled the fuck out of him. See, people that know him. So they're I don't even know why he wanted to be I don't even know why he wanted this. I think I think he forgot because of his condition. I think he forgot he lost the very thing that he wanted.
Mm.
And like he wants nothing, and I'm speaking as a Gemini. He wants nothing more than to be loved by the masses, and he wants nothing more to have his celebrity celebrate. And the fact that the plurality of the country is not celebrating him. He's not doing what he said. You know what I mean? He's not. So now we're getting down to the brass tacks of politics. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. You had 100 days and all of the things. White people are protesting. You're not doing what you said what you're going to do. So I'm going to end this segment by simply saying, just vote. Just go. We ain't got to make no big hue and cry about it. Quietly after work, stop by Quiznos, get you a sandwich, go get in line, just go vote. Because in November of next year, which is 12 months away, basically, it's fucking May, June.
Right.
We can end this shit, this fuckery, this tomfoolery. Now, we're gonna switch gears right now. Malcolm, I don't even know how to say this. This is so crazy. So let's say you was in a relationship, right? And y'all keep the inboxes coming. I love y'all so much. All right. If your neighbors have chicken, send me some eggs. I was talking to somebody on the street with service right. Send me eggs. Listen. So you in a relationship, right? And you decide to step out on your partner. Okay. But you get an STD, right? A STI, STD. I'm old school, so it's an STD. Thank you so much. And you give it to your partner. You know it. Because you were fresh in the STD when y'all did it because you didn't know you had an STD until you went to the doctor. But your partner don't say shit. I mean, nothing. You know they burning. Because you did it, America. You gave them the STD. Now, you are faced with the dilemma. Because now you've realized they're probably cheating and they think they got the STD from outside of the relationship. Yes?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Swag? You follow me?
Right.
You're picking up what I'm putting down over here. So what happens? Do you keep it to yourself? Do you go get the shot, the penicillin? Do you take the doxyprep and don't say nothing? And then do you start hunting for the proof of them cheating, or do you let sleeping dogs lie? I don't know. Dear viewer that sent me this scenario, I had to bring it to smarter people. So smarter people, talk to me. What's happening?
Well, so you're both cheating.
Well, we don't know. So there may have been a stroke of God that they didn't get the STD. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. So the person who wrote in is the one who knows he got it come out of
the STD, correct?
And he suspects that his partner might have it.
No, he can. He's like, there's a 90% chance he did because he was in. You know what I'm saying? So let's say it was syphilis or gonorrhea. You know what I mean? You know how that does. Like, and he's like, he had sex a week after, whatever, and he was
he contracted it.
Yeah. After and so he was he thought, I didn't know what was, I'm like, that you stupid, you XYZ age, and you don't know what dripping and pussing is, like, nigga, what?
Right.
Wow. About that too, but I'm not gonna add it because that's coming. But I was, and so he was like, no, I didn't know. So he was like, there is no way in hell that he could not have gotten the STD. I mean, there's a slight chance, that he, I don't know, who knows?
Well, yeah, because, depending on what it is, you can, the reason why they call it STIs instead of STDs now is because you can get infected and not have any symptoms.
Correct. Yeah.
So, it's very possible.
Right. Because it's morphed into, but his strand was so strong, he was, he was old school with it with the green pus and shit.
Right.
Yeah, he called old school the clap. That's what they call it. The clap.
So his partner could be asymptomatic. Yeah.
Look at Swag face like, yep. You remember when they used to go on the clap? Swag, the clap. She got the clap.
I'm just imagining like green pus. I'm just like, oh God, yikes.
I mean, I think the best scenario is to try to get out ahead of it and, have a conversation about it.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
What? No. Oh,
because when you do, like, if you're not, are you just relying on the hand of God that your partner doesn't get it? Like,
you
want to eventually get it.
Hand of God that he cheating too, and just fuck it. Right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Swag, you are the voice of reason in my public and personal life. Please.
Okay, here's my thinking. So two things could be going on here.
Okay.
Either A, like you said, maybe they are also cheating and they're kind of worried that, like, oh God, I hope I haven't passed it on to my partner. Or like you said, now you said the first partner, like, yeah, they could go get a shot of penicillin, whatever, and just wait for them to say something. But the partner could also do that as well. And so maybe the partner's like, okay, I'm gonna get this taken care of, and I'm gonna wait to see what they say. I'm gonna wait to see if they fess up. If they think, I passed this on, let me see if they ever confess to like passing it on to me.
Oh, the crisscross.
So that could also be true too. So it could be just like who's gonna fess up first? Is it gonna be partner A or partner B? Who's gonna be the first one to actually have to discuss this? So
Malcolm, crisscross applesauce.
I'll give you another twist. How about this?
Okay.
What if he contracted the STD from his partner?
And not from his sneaky link. Oh, this is so good. He did not get the thing from me.
The reason he's not telling you about it is because he already got treated. And you up there talking about
let the church say amen. Let the church say amen.
Oh God, this is awful though. I mean,
what?
I'm just saying this is why you don't fucking step out on people. I don't know.
What?
Oh my God.
Did not think about that.
But it's possible. I think here's the reality of STI infections is that most of the time you're not gonna know. Especially if you are having multiple partners. Unless you have just one partner at the time, it's not a clear-cut thing who sent it to you. Because there's a long incubation period to symptoms. It's not the same for everyone. Mm-hmm. It really does get ambiguous if you have multiple partners at the same time. So it truly don't know. You really don't.
Because now my balls hurt. I'm just kidding. Just talking about STD.
Oh, good.
That is drop everything.
But what I will say is, if you truly care about your partner, if you know that you've got something like that, don't say anything and just kind of hope that, like, well, hopefully I won't pass it on or whatever. Like, at that point, you have to just go ahead and fess up. I don't feel that is fair. Like I said, especially if you care about it. Now, if you don't like them, then okay, well, then why are you with them? But if you are with somebody and you know you have something that you can spread on, like, why would you do that to somebody you actually care about? Because they're gonna find out one way or another. Now, again, they could be cheating too, and they could pick it from somebody else. But until you know for sure that that's the case, I feel like you did what you did. Now you just have to be an adult and you have to fess up to it and just be like, you know what, we need to have a conversation because there's something I need to let you know, and I care about you too much to pass this on to you, and
listen, that's logic. We are well beyond logic when it comes to men. That's logical.
Yeah,
so I'm with Malcolm here. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about fucking wild. Like, if one what's the scenario again, Mark? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that if he believes that his partner has this either from him, it could very well be the opposite direction of transmission. Your partner could have given it to you.
Right.
You know, you don't know either way. However, my solution to this is to come clean in either way, because that means that both of you are putting each other at risk, and it needs to stop.
Yeah,
one way or the other. And if you are the one at fault, I also agree with Swag in the sense that, like, do you really even give a shit about this dude? Like, do you care about their health? Do you care about their mental well-being? Do you care about whether or not they can trust their partner? You know?
Wow.
So
Y'all are grown. Y'all are grown.
and I hate to bring this up. Well, first off, Greg, are you caught up on Beyond the Gates?
Yeah.
Okay, because like that's actually kind of playing out right now. Like we have found out that a character cheated on his spouse, and as a result, they got a kid they didn't know about. So, you know, now their marriage may be over. Although I doubt that will. I'm sure that's going to be a storyline that they explore. But again, it's like, you know, they kept that a secret for years, and it's like now it's coming back to bite them in the butt. So it's like, you know, if you care about the person you're with, sometimes you just had to just come clean. And he like spent $50,000 to keep the shit secret, and his wife found out anyway. So it's like, so not only is your marriage broken up, but you have $50,000 anyway.
Yeah,
so
I want a refund.
Right, like, you know what? You should have just been like, you know what? Damn it. You know what? I'm
in that case, I would have just said,
just mess up.
Because the woman was supposed to have an abortion, and she
right?
So I give you a real life scenario. There's somebody in Swag was. People tell me anything. I'm in public. People, I will just.
I have witnessed it.
I swear to God, I need to just. I don't know something. I don't know. So, you know, people like, oh, you got that spirit on you. I don't know about all that. But so somebody told me a story. It's like, hey, I just found out I have an adult daughter in a state that I went to college or undergrad in. And she was raised as a white woman. She married a white man. She was fairly racist. She's a Trump supporter. And the mother finally found me and told me, hey, and the person that was telling me this is a black man. So not only you found out you have a daughter, but she's racist, and now she has to find out she's black. This is a real story. No bullshit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This is a real goddamn story.
This is really gonna hate black people now.
No, the total opposite. The total opposite. Not because now remember her new black daddy is Daddy Warbucks, because the person that I'm talking about is very, 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 very well off. I mean, like, you know, had to come back and buy their wife like a $20,000 ring, and I picked it out. I was like, you better get it out. You done fucked up, nigga. You just go ahead and just drop that over there. I can send somebody over here to help you with that. And so yeah, and it's so, but he did not know that he had this daughter. As soon as he found out, he told his wife. Now that is, you know, now to be fair, he didn't know. That was before he met and married his wife.
Right.
But, you know, it still upsets the family order.
Right.
And, you know, both his kids are black, you know. So now the daughter has discovered that she's black and that, you know, her family, she's not poor trash. She's not poor white trash. She's actually from Black excellence. You know, I mean, like, yeah. So, and it's one of those things, but so even coming clean, there could be, you know, some blowback. So, our dear viewer, I think our advice to you at this time would simply be somebody needs to come clean. Somebody needs to talk about it.
I think it does come back to what Swag was saying. Like, there's going to be blowback either way, right?
Right.
You know, there's a chance of it even if you keep your mouth closed. And I think the question really is, do you care more about the blowback or do you care more about this person?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, yo, I got this phantom STD, bro. I don't know where I got it from. Yeah.
Just dig the hole deeper.
Yeah.
I got it on the toilet seat.
Speaking of toilets, what a great segue. In case y'all wasn't here for the show when I came back from Tijuana, Swag has a booty day. I spent so much time in this man's bathroom.
You need to get on the TikTok shop right now.
No, right.
I spent so much time on this man's time. I was like,
Oh god!
Out of here with this bullshit. You know?
it was the hit of my birthday party.
It was
like nobody else knew. All of a sudden, everybody wanted to take a tour of my bathroom.
Oh god!
Where's Elliot? Elliot. Had experienced the booty day. I love it. It was just like, and so I want one, but I don't want one. It's like one of those things that you want. It's like, I really want. Then I think about I gotta put I have to put an electrical outlet in. Red said he would put me one in for my birthday.
I do like the big boy toys though. I see those online all the time. People install neat technology in their house.
Fresh. And I like shit with remote controls and shit. It has a remote control to it. There's levels of water. There's hot water.
People were making jokes talking about. I feel like I need a PhD in how to use your toilet.
Right. Welcome. Before I move on to the weekly round rewind, I must tell you, it has a fan to blow your booty clean. Dry.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Go outside with a wet booty. Well, you ain't got to wipe it.
Well, nobody wants a wet booty, so yeah.
You ain't got to wipe it dry and leave bits of toilet paper like dingle.
You don't want swamp ass. So just do its job, and then
do you have any comments before?
Yes, we do. Let's see.
Kidding. That's wild. That's a wild scenario. It is. That's a very wild scenario. The partner could be on doxy prep, so that's a chance they don't have it. So I don't mean that the other partner is cheating.
I doubt they are though. You're in a monogamous relationship. Why would you be in doxy?
Yeah.
But are they?
Oh, well, they're not. They think they're in one. That's the
right.
The illusion is the illusion. Not what they say Usher had going on with the puss and whatnot. Can he sit down? Either way it go, y'all need to talk. If some of these STDs aren't caught in time, it can cause more damage down the line. Yes.
Maybe you break it to him on his birthday and buy him some DoxyPep. Like, here, you have
the hell all the way up. Thank you. Mr. James, if we have that much disregard and disrespect for each other, why are we together? If you can't talk, why are we together? Listen, but what you're saying is, so silence is golden to some people. Like, if you just keep on the straight and narrow, you don't talk about anything, there's nothing wrong, and things fester. So they don't, if you're not talking, you don't realize that you have a problem. Is there any more comments? Go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. I said something.
Go to bed itchy together,
Yeah, or you do that age-old thing. Just go ahead and open it up like a whore's legs and just keep it going. That's what I say. Do what you do.
Not everybody wants a healthy relationship. It should be noted.
And I'm learning. Chaotic disorder is the order of the day. Not here, said the black man. Not here. Well, like Now comes that time in the show that I absolutely love, the Weekly Rewind. It lets me see shit that even though I participated in some of the shows that I fell asleep on. So, each and one you can find each and every one of these shows on this very network. Let me just go to give the weekly schedule again, just in case, because I think we do them in order. So tomorrow you can catch Devon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Male Media Mind, all socials. Male Media Mind 2 on YouTube. So 5 o'clock, him and the Blurred Council will break down all the weekly nerd happenings. I do believe he has a slight Comic-Con to go to here in the city. So we are super excited to hear and see what that has entailed. Monday, Malcolm and I will be back to shuck and jive for you, bring you back some goods from the internet. Hopefully, fun topics, and heads up, y'all, I may have tacos for lunch Monday. So. Y'all might be so loud, Malcolm can't even get his thoughts out. I love it. Over that bitch frazzled like a motherfucker. And Tuesday nights, the fun ensues with my man Swag for Life. He hosts the Swag Suite presented by M3. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again on this very network. Come in, tune in, join a friend, and we're going to find out shit that his mother said, because he was with his mother this weekend, just FYI. So I know there's some gems coming out of that segment. Always watch. I know that sweet lady. I'll tell you, she's wonderful. What T'Challa's watching, and on the straight's okay. We're still trying to figure that out and why they are not okay. We get a dose of mental health and civility from my man Malcolm, the Philosopher Kings, and he philosophizes. He will not step aside your name. He will just give it to you like you need to be given. We will talk about the mental health topic, and we generally tackle it from the LGBTQAI Black male perspective. I was told that by a viewer that they like that most shows and most people don't talk about mental health from that perspective. We do tackle it from LGBTQ. So if you're not a person of color, we still tackle it from the point of view of us, because that's the only view that we have. So, I used to get on him, do stuff more fun, but somebody's watching, somebody's listening, and it's doing some good. So there you go. So Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Back for your viewing, back again with a new season of the Diggler Digest, here to titillate, and tickle your fancy. The Diggler Digest with your host, Cream Diggler, and friends. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this very network. And if you are a podcast person, he has a delicious new podcast with he and his husband, Two Grooms in a Pod. It is my latest addiction. Please tune in to Two Grooms in a Pod, Spotify. Like it, pass it on to a friend. Two Grooms in a Pod, Spotify. And I think they're going to move on to some new platforms as well. But check that out next Saturday right here for your viewing pleasure at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me on Instagram, The Talented Mr. Drayton. I am developing a fan page on Facebook. I've screwed it up. I got to start over again. Somebody leave me alone with these things to do. I'm going to fuck it up. So right now we're going to present to you the Weekly Rewind so you can see all the wonderful things that we discussed on the week. Roll that beautiful beat footage. I'll catch you later.
I have 4 Yes, I have 4 fuck around and find out videos today. It's a Star Wars thing. It's crazy. But they all are. And others a little bit more recent. But if you watch Mandalorian season 2, you should recognize this scene. Okay, so yeah, that was the deep fake Luke Skywalker that we got. Because that's what he was when it came out. Because of course they CGI Luke's younger face on somebody else's body for that scene.
I want
But
to
he
cast him at this point.
You said what?
They just recast him. Just recast him.
Yeah, they should have recasted him at that point.
They're letting Sebastian Stan get too old. Let's go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick over there with the guillotine.
Anyway, let's do some funny stuff. If you have...
Ladies, this is Jill. This is my baby Amy, little Susie, Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right? It's a long story. Shaniqua, Helga, Miss Kitty, Jeannie. I dream of. This is Teresa right here.
Teresa is that
Dirty girl. This spot is for my special lady, Leah. Oh yeah, that's a sweet, sweet lady.
How are you? I chose this because I actually saw a video on TikTok where somebody was saying, if you wear a girdle or some sort of body slimming thing, you're a liar. Dirty liar. You're advertising. I was like, I guess this is a thing guys do. I guess when I saw that video, I was like, okay, yeah. I guess, girdles are back.
Okay.
But he was pretty slim.
Body shapers, I guess.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, body shapers. But they have ones for men though. They actually they come in either a t-shirt or a tank top. They actually have them for men that will shape your body, and I think they also help you lose weight too. So
yeah, I can see that it give you posture and so forth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was comfortable, maybe. The only thing I can think about is when I was working in the office and I had to wear, dress wear, and I needed to tuck my shirt in. I could see myself wearing that just so that my gut didn't hang out over my pants. And that could be like a comfort thing more than just also making my clothes fit better.
Liar, dirty liar. I like
that. We've been bringing this topic up a lot lately because it seems to be the talk of social media these days, the mystery of the DL man. So on TikTok, there is this.
Tell me all about it, because I heard a little bit, but I don't know.
So if you do not know, there is somebody on there who claims to be the DL Whisperer. And let's just say the gays are not happy.
So some people have been asking for this. So I was like, okay, I'll give it to them. How to tell if your man is DL. And this is part 1.
Dude, it's so basic.
So you're going to hear a lot of stuff. So I just want to come straight out of the gate. If he mostly like back shots and fellatio, that's the first sign that you need to look for. Most DL, man, when I'm telling you, they're going to love head more than anything, and they're going to love back shots. Those are going to be their top 2. Also, you can go ahead and get straight into it. If he wants you to do anything in his back door, figure out who done it first. Because most women don't introduce that to men. Most of the time, men are out here messing with men and they're introduced to that, and then they take it back to women, and then women take it to the next man. But besides the point, also, let's just go ahead and throw this out there. Most DL men are going to go for white women and not black women. Some of them will talk to black women that they feel like are okay with it, but most won't. Other profession that's highly populated with DLs is the barber industry. Like, how many barbers? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all say this in the comments. If you're a male and your barber has ever came on you, make a comment. I know y'all want me to stop playing with y'all, but literally, I'm telling you, if he play a sport and he's been playing that sport his whole life, he's athletic, whether it's hoop, whether it's catching a ball, throwing a ball, whatever the case may be. If it involves balls and it involves men.
Oh my God.
It's so stupid, man.
I'm so confused.
Oh, what a basic bitch. Anyway, talk about trying or needing to get the last word on someone, you know. And I'm going to play the video and I'm just going to ask a few questions afterwards. Let's see. Here we go.
There was this man I met years ago, and he was fine and funny in the church, great relationship with his kids, charismatic, and so on. And he approached me respectfully in a way that was very refreshing. And as we started to communicate, I asked him what I would ask any man that I was going to be around in any capacity, because it's important to know. I asked, are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have anyone who thinks they're your girlfriend? Do you have a live-in? Are you still messing with your baby moms? To which he said with his full chest that he was not married, not in any kind of relationship or situationship, that he was single, and seeking God about pursuing marriage the right way. Anyways, I trust but verify. So I looked him up and didn't find any record of marriage, but still my spidey senses were going off. So I was very upfront and communicated to him that I was not looking for anything romantic with him. One day, this cat came up with this whole scheme. And I thought to myself, the only reason why he would go through all these types of changes is if he lied about his relationship status and he doesn't want me to find out. So I recruited my very best Sherlock Holmes girl skills and also asked for the leading of the Holy Spirit and found out that he had given me the incorrect spelling of his name. When I typed in the correct spelling, there it was, live in living color. I was heated. And I wasn't upset because of our relationship, because he and I weren't romantically involved. We were just friends. I was upset because he was trying to be romantically involved with me, and people have been taken up out of here for much less. I used different words, but the sanctified version is, I said, hey man, you lied. You're married. And this was through text because I didn't want to talk to him. And do you know what this cat had the nerve to do in front of God and everybody?
What did he say, girl?
Paragraphs of text back, trying to flip the situation on me for accusing him of lying. I didn't read all the messages because I didn't care, but here's what I did do. I pulled out the shiny new tool that I had just learned from Dr. Ramani. I texted back this phrase, I can accept that you feel that way. And class, that right there sent that man to the moon because he wanted me to get defensive while he was accusing me, but I had nothing to get defensive about because I wasn't wrong. He continued with more and more paragraphs, and I just left it. Why? I don't need the last word. When you do what's right, that's better than making sure you say the right words to shut down the conversation. Remember that the narcissist wants a reaction out of you because then they know they have control over your emotions. Give them air, beloved. Let them sort that out by themselves.
Get into, before I bring my friends on, I want to get into the movie Sinners. I've seen her twice. Have y'all seen her yet? I saw a really good synopsis. This woman was kind of giving her little take on it, and I want to play that, and then I want us to talk about it. Okay, so here we go.
Reasons why I loved the movie Sinners. Number one, it's genre bending. It's a period piece.
Girl,
It's horror film.
Hold on, girl. Hold on. I added the movie to the stage, girl. Here we go. Here we go, girl. Here we go. I'm back. I'm back, not knowing how to do the technology right.
And this shouldn't be. Spoiler-free reasons why I loved the movie Sinners. Number one, it's genre bending. It's a period piece meets horror film, also low-key musical. It's a period piece, but it's not trauma porn. And this shouldn't be special, but it really is, because although the Jim Crow South is the backdrop of this film, it's not about how hard it is to be Black or how bad racism is. They do acknowledge its existence, but they still manage to center Black joy. And we need more of that in movies, even when they're horror. Number three, Michael B. Jordan absolutely kills it playing the Smokestack twins. These characters are so well-rounded and nuanced and distinct that people are actually surprised that it's one actor playing both roles. And that just is a testament to what a fantastic actor he is. Number four, the music. I had no idea this was a musical film, but I loved every single second of it. And the official Sinners Spotify playlist is chef's kiss. Number five, an absolutely stunning debut from 20-year-old Miles Canton. I cannot believe this was his first film. His voice is incredible, but he also learned how to play guitar just for this movie. Number six, writer-director Ryan Coogler's absolutely historic deal for this film. Not only is he making a percentage of the ticket sales right up front, which is very rare, but in 25 years, the rights of this film go back to him, which is a really big deal because he will be able to profit off of his work as he should for the rest of his life. Brian Zeal has the potential to change the face of Hollywood for the better, and as a writer and actor myself, I'm really excited about that. Number seven, the multi-ethnic cast. Unfortunately, the bar is in hell when it comes to seeing diverse representations in period pieces, but this film does a really great job of showing a lot of different backgrounds in a way that's very authentic and realistic, including Indigenous folks and Asian folks. Number eight, it's an original movie. We all know that Hollywood loves a reboot and a spinoff, or making a movie that's based on a popular TV show or a book or a comic book, and I don't begrudge any of those things, but it's so nice to see an original film break through all the noise and prove once again that audiences want new stories. Number nine, this movie is sexy without being gratuitous or extra raunchy. Too often Hollywood loves to throw in a sex scene for no reason, especially in a horror film, and this movie manages to have some spicy moments, but they're not over the top, they feel well earned, and also they center women's pleasure, which again shouldn't be something special, but it really is. And you know how to save the best for last. Number 10, Black women, but especially Miss Woman right here. Beautiful, talented, full-figured, dark-skinned, unambiguously Black. I love that this film features Black women in a way that's uplifting. It's not about them being disrespected or dogged out. They are listened to as if they know what they're talking about, because we often do. And again, it shouldn't be a rarity, but it's really nice to see a plus-size actress have a sex scene and look good while doing it. Have you seen the movie Sinners? What did you think? Are you going to see it again? Let me know in the comments.
You know, I never thought about it from that point of view. That was very woman centric, even though there were two men in the lead or one lead character. But I never thought about it from that perspective. But let's just take it. I didn't know what Cream was talking about, so I can never. Other than when I do the rewrite, I like to do the synopsis of what we're talking about. I can never do Cream show. So I'm like, what was he talking about? Well, I mean, no. I meant Devon. I'm sorry. What was he talking about?
Oh, Devon. He was, well, you know, May 4th, May the 4th be with you is kind of a celebration of like Star Wars. And so, you know, that clip was a scene from The Mandalorian, his fuck around and find out a segment where they fucked around and they found out that like, you don't mess with a Jedi warrior. So, so yeah, that's what it is. Basically just a celebration of Star Wars, because May 4th, May the 4th with you. Yes.
Men's body shapers. They've been around for quite some time. And Malcolm, to answer your question, I think those were men body shapers for men.
I think so. Yeah, I know Devon said he thought that they were. Yeah, I was clear those were for men.
And I started laughing because they have. Skims, Kim Kardashian just came out with a line for men.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because and I actually saw this today. I saw a video on TikTok of this guy, great shape. I mean, doesn't need a body shaper, and he put on a body shaper. It like cinched his waist a little bit and kind of gave him a little, you know, kind of tapered him in a little bit. But people in the comment section were like, "Sir, you're the last person that needs a body shaper. Like, what were you trying to get?" I think that is something that, you know, people do, even people in great shape.
In my internals, that's what we are.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of comes down to fashion. Like this was a standard piece of clothing at a certain point in time, but to me, it was like, yeah, I don't know, like if it makes you happy, I guess go ahead.
And then I realized I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks, and I just got a big old ignorant ass. Like I'm still a 38 in the waist, but the only reason I'm now with 38 in the waist is because I got a big old ignorant ass. Like I haven't really. I went to my doctor. I was like, I'm not gaining weight. He was like, it's that ass. And white man basically said that to me. He was like, it's that, you know, it's that kadonka. He's like, you know.
See. There's a guy on Instagram who often does fashion, and part of his fashion is he wears corsets, and it's like it actually looks really good on it. It's like, you know, if you had the right one, it's like it can be very flattering and actually kind of like a little accessory somewhat. So you know.
I mean, make yourself.
But of course, you know, if you wore one, people be like, "That's us." That's weird.
My man relaxed over here made a good point. He says it comes in handy when your suit jacket is, you know, a little bit, a few inches off. So he said that make the difference of putting that in there. Tuesday, this is yet again a case of. Explain it. Go ahead. So you are the host.
So we were talking about there's this guy on TikTok, the DL Whisperer, who is gaining fans and foes alike for his content. Women's, particularly black women, are celebrating him, saying finally somebody on our side. He's giving us the lowdown. He's helping women. And of course, on the other side of the aisle, it's like, but y'all are being homophobic, and the stuff that he's saying is simply not to be believed. Yeah. Y'all are so desperate to be homophobic that y'all are easily buying this stuff, and you know he's riding this wave of anti-LGBTQ rhetoric at the expense of his own community. So it's a lot, and every day it's like a new video. I might do a follow-up though, because I don't want to give too much away, but apparently he has been sliding in some DMs of people he finds attractive, and if they don't respond in kind, then he is gaining his fans to like go against these people and be like, DL was said you DL. So it's like, yeah, it's like
that was the thing though. It's like,
oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
When you introduced the topic, I had seen some reaction videos to people talking about, you know, the concept of the DL Whisperer, and y'all need to stay out of his comments and blah blah blah, you know. But I had never seen a video of his. And when you finally showed, I was like, this basic bitch. They really going on Twitter, on TikTok about this basic
Malcolm Travis to say
that. I'm just saying, like, really? Oh my God.
Wow. But for more triggering things, please tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. So I can continue to tantalize, titillate, and entertain you and send you over the top with these people, anything for an ounce of internet fame, anything.
Absolutely.
Earn your followers the old-fashioned way, like we did. Giving out good old-fashioned, helpful information and entertainment.
Right, exactly.
Make a bitch laugh instead of make them go, do
if
that.
he eats ice cream, he's gay.
He's gay. We're now at 27 things on the list.
If he licks the tip of the cone, you know.
If he does not have them.
I said, if he licks the tip of the cone of ice cream like this, he's gay. I'm just trying to make some followers, man. Like, I need to come out with that.
Listen, we are now at number 27 on the list of things that straight people cannot do. I'm concerned.
I need to become a DL Whisperer. That's what I need to do.
There you go.
And now I would take it more seriously if it was somebody that was a little more masculine pretending. I'd be like, well, yeah, he probably. But anyway, so the church lady. I'm trying to figure out why she looked like Frederick Douglass, but okay. Now that I'm over that part, you know, she
was it the hair.
And I think on the show, I was awake for this part because I couldn't believe it. I think she was jarred by this man. I think she fucked him and regretted it, and then she had to go back and re-engineer the scenario.
Yeah, well, she definitely did something that made it personal.
Yeah,
she messaged him back, and she said something cryptic about like he had this whole scheme. So what the fuck you talking about, girl? I don't know what.
And I'm like, bitch, it look like you don't wear deodorant with that hair. I don't know. I'm not.
I may not be wrong about that.
Right, I'm just not. Now, we have been talking about this all week long. And Swag, I meant to Google. Can you Google this while what is the dollar amount that Sinners have made thus far?
Okay.
Well, I got my crack research team on it. And when I say crack, that means we occasionally do crack. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sinners, worldwide phenomenon. We have broken it down. It's been broken down in many thousands of ways on the internet. The black womanness of it all. I really,
according to the Hollywood Reporter, it has crossed the $200 million mark at the domestic box office.
Okay. How about the world? Do you see it?
Let's see. Does
it
it
must
say?
be 4 million, 400 million worldwide because it uses. Well, why he gets that? So, I didn't realize how important Pearline and Grace and Annie's stories.
Yeah.
In relation to the movie itself. It is a powerful piece if you get a chance to go. If you have not, I think people on their second and third go rounds. I've seen and heard things on my second go round that makes me want a third go round.
It's deep enough to see more than once for sure.
Well,
It's
because
layered.
it is very layered, like that excellent woman in the clip that Swag that Cream had. It is everything. It is everything all at once, everywhere. It's a musical. It's a horror film. It's a period piece. And I don't know, if I had a film coming out later this year, I would probably cancel and move it to somewhere out of range of.
I don't know if they would be doing that, but I mean, it's true. I was just thinking about where popular films that are likely to be going up against it would be the second, half of Wicked, which is coming out this year.
Oh, in November, right. Oh, and speaking of films going out this year, Spike and Denzel have a new movie coming out. So and it's an A24 film. So my favorite things on one screen. I don't know.
Only 57.5 million internationally.
Okay, well,
and all 250 million.
Oh, that's great. That's 90 million to make. So hats off to Ryan Coogler. He getting rich and richer.
And fuck you, Variety, for saying they have some ways to go to make up that budget.
So he's now
haters. Yeah.
Great God.
He's having the last.
And like you said, they're likely to re-release it. I thought it was kind of funny. There was a story about the town where the film was filmed. Yeah, that they were trying to do a screening there because there's no movie theater.
And it's supposed to be coming back. They're gonna I think after this week, they're gonna re-release it in IMAX. Because they for the Thunderbolts, but now the Thunderbolts is kind of airing its 2 week. They're talking about putting it back out there, so there's a chance it'll still pick up some more. Plus, they're showing it in theaters where they do 70 millimeter. I would love to see it in 70 millimeter, but there are no theaters around here that do that. So
really,
not me that does.
Really, not even in the town, in the bigger city that's adjacent to Tijuana.
Not even in the big cities. There's only 9 that I know of. There's supposedly only 9 theaters that have the capability of showing it. So,
well, one of them,
most of them are out west, but there's
we have one
there's one in Florida. There's one in New York. Yeah,
and actually, we've been to it, friend. We've been to it.
Oh, okay.
That one way up in Jerusalem with the white people. Yeah. Dear white people, give me back my movie theater. Listen, but check out Cream Thursday night, 7 p.m. He is back on the scene. Wigs, digs, and everything else. And play my favorite Cream. And
what clip would that be? I wonder.
Girl. Okay, girl.
I'm gonna have to add. I'm gonna have to pull now that he's back on. I'm sure there's some more girls that I can add to that. So
it's 25.
I'll start to clip out a little bit more.
That was just one show of girlism. So
Right, exactly.
Thursday night, 7 p.m. Tune in to him. He is here to tell it. So thank you for joining us. We're going on over to Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/MailMediaMind. Become a paid member. Join us on Telegram, where we have some interesting things going on. You can say hi to the host of your favorite show. I am doing fan appreciation. So if you're a fan that would like to come on the show and help me host, last week we had Los Angeles' own Mr. Ken came on here and rocked the house. It was very good. Good lighting, good sound. We like that. Right. So if you're a fan out there, one of the super fans that you guys are interested in coming on and saying hello and see how it's done, it's no big magic trick. So just come on and let me know. Hit me up, definitely. You can hit me up on all socials and Instagram, The Downtown Mr. Drayton. M3 can be found on all socials. M3 Male Media Mind. Facebook. But come on, I do monitor the Facebook page, so I do get into weird conversations with you guys. Cut it out. Okay. With that said, I'll check out Devon tomorrow 5. I'll see you on Monday, and be safe and love on each other, and it will get better. I promise. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, all our regular viewers. Mr. CC2. Sorry. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Kenny, thanks. Have a good one.
Join us every weekend, oh, the vibe's so fine. Saturday, sit down with Mr. Drayton. Shine!
Grab a friend.